Congratulations on your purchase of Exotic Nutrition's 3-level cage. Please examine your cage for any damage. At times, parts might be bent in transit, but can easily be bent back into shape. This may be a 2-person job, but by following these instructions, you should be able to complete the assembly in about 45 minutes. Begin by attaching the side panels of the cage to the front panel. The front panel has 2 large doors, while the side panels have 2 small windows each. When assembling, make sure the gap on the panels are at the bottom and the doors face out. In order to allow for adjustments, do not tighten any of the screws during assembly. Twist them in, but wait until the entire assembly process is complete to tighten them. The side panels should have screws already in place. Simply unscrew the ones on the sides, line the front panel up perpendicular to the side, and twist in the screws. Repeat this process with both sides and the back panel, and your cage should look like this. All 4 panels screwed together and standing on their own. Next, insert the solid pull-out tray into the gap at the very bottom of the cage. Then, find the bottom grate with the handle on the side and slide that in on top of the tray. Both should easily fit on the racks, and your cage should now look like this. Next, you will be inserting the 2 floors and ladders into the cage that will create the 3 levels. Using the panel with a hole and 4 hooks on the edges, slowly lower it into the cage, hooks facing down. Place it directly above the bottom front door. The hooks should be sitting in place and the cage should look like this. Repeat this process with the second floor panel and place it directly below the top front door. This time with the ladder hole on the opposite side. Now, find the 2 ladders and put them in place where the 2 holes in the floor panels are. Make sure the legs fit into the holes on the floor. Then twist in round head screws on the top of the ladders. You must now secure the floor panels by using 4 round head screws. Find the holes on the front and back of the cage and twist in the screws. All 4 should be used. Your cage should now look like this, with both floor panels and ladders in place. Now you can attach the roof panel using the remaining screws that are already in place on the side panels. Simply lower the roof panel into place and twist the screws in. Next, attach the locks on both doors using 8 flathead screws. Make sure the handled lock is facing the correct way and lightly screw it into place until it sits even with the other side. Then tighten. The cage assembly is now complete and you can move on to the stand. Find the 4 leg posts and 8 large screws and nuts you'll be using. Place the stand base upside down, the cage holder should be on the bottom, and put the legs in place at the corners. Push the screws through the holes from the outside and tighten the nuts into place using the screwdriver and pliers. Then, screw in the 4 wheels onto the legs and tighten them using the wrench that was supplied in the box. You can now turn the stand over and place the cage accessory basket into place by lowering it onto the leg hooks. Your completed stand should look like this, with the cage holder facing up on top. Complete the assembly process by lifting the cage and lowering it onto the stand, in between the 2 cage holder posts. Then secure the cage by screwing it onto the holder. The construction of your 3-level cage is now complete. To maintain your cage, try Cage Clean, a hard-working yet gentle cage and accessory cleaner. See our website for hundreds of quality products like feeding dishes, climbing tunnels, and exercise wheels to accessorize your pet's cage. This 3-level cage can fit an 11-inch wheel through the doors.